So, this Georgia Vanderbilt game, I told you in my video earlier that I didn't see this game being close. Georgia is dominating on both sides of the ball. Now, as far as the running game goes, I am disappointed. I thought that Georgia's running game would continue the way they played last weekend against Auburn, against Vandy. Kenny McIntosh has 28 yards rushing. Our running game has to improve second half. But you really can't complain. I mean, the score is 28-0. Our cornerbacks need to cover better. Why do our cornerbacks keep hanging 10 yards off of the receivers? I still don't get that, and I wish somebody could answer that for me. I don't know what it is neither. Georgia's offense last week and today, they come out and they play vanilla football. You're not beating Tennessee and Florida with a vanilla offense. And speaking of Tennessee, I told you that Tennessee had the offense to hang with Alabama. That score is 28-17 at almost halftime. I kept telling people Tennessee was going to keep this game tight, even if they didn't win. And it looks like to me they're winning right now. I told you they have the receivers that can get by Alabama's cornerbacks. I told you, I told people that if you didn't contain Hooker, that he would throw on you. He's got a rocket for an arm, or he would run it on you. Tennessee is outplaying Alabama right now. Alabama is playing in Knoxville. That could have something to do with it. 28-17, the old Vol-Tards. Can Alabama turn this game around and win that ball game in Knoxville? We'll have to watch that second half and find out. Why is it, and I'm going to get back to Georgia, why is it when Georgia is in the red zone, why don't you pass the ball to Darnell Washington or Brock Bowers? And I'm going to tell you another thing. Quit running the damn screenplays to the receivers. It don't work. It hasn't worked. Why does Kirby Smart and Todd Monken keep running the screenplay to these receivers? Stop running it. Do away with it. It don't work. And that little shovel pass to Brock Bowers, don't know why you called that play. Don't know why you ran it. I'm still iffy on some of these play calls Todd Monken is calling. You're the number one team, and you're calling vanilla plays. Vanilla. Anybody can call plays like that. And you don't even have to know football. You're an offensive coordinator for the number one team in the country, and you're calling vanilla plays. Still trying to figure out what happened to the team that played against Oregon and South Carolina and Auburn. Even though you didn't start completing passes until the second half, but still. Kirby Smart and Todd Monken's got to figure something out with the play calling, with the game planning. Their game planning looks horrific in games. It's ridiculous. I wanted to say something else, but it's just ridiculous, the game planning and the game management. Our offensive line, granted, they're keeping Bennett upright, but you're not opening up holes for the running backs. The offensive line isn't playing like they did against Auburn for us to be able to run the ball. Georgia's going to have to do better game planning, game play calling further into the season. Now, after the Vandy game, Georgia has a bye week, and then we play Florida. Hopefully, y'all figure out some play calling and some game plans before then. I don't know why you keep coming out vanilla and soft. I don't blame Stetson Bennett. If you noticed, he was looking over at the sideline, throwing his hands up. Maybe there's a play he wanted to run, and the coaches didn't want to run it, and he got aggravated. I tell you, Georgia does not play like the number one team. It blows my mind. It's getting frustrating to watch how we come out and start off playing. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out where the team is that played against Oregon and South Carolina. I haven't seen it. I would like to see Branson Robertson carry the ball more. I would like to see our running game improve the second half. Now, granted, Vandy gets ball start of the second half. Our defense is playing good. We're keeping them out of the end zone. We have one turnover. We caused a fumble and recovered it. But I would like to see our running game improve second half. I would like to see our running backs get longer yardage downfield running the ball. I'm going to tell you what impressed me, and what does impress me is Ole Miss's running backs. Zach Evans and the other running back they got. Both of their running backs had over 100-something yards rushing today. 130-something rushing yards. Georgia hadn't had a running back go over 100 yards yet this season. Because our offensive line can't block. They can't get up to the second level and block for the running backs to run wide open. Darnell Washington and Brock Bowers need to get the ball more than what they are. We get down in the red zone and we run the ball 3 times instead of running it once or twice and then throwing it to Brock Bowers or Darnell Washington in the end zone. Why aren't we using them more in the red zone? And I just asked that question a while ago. Why aren't we targeting them 2 tight ends in the red zone more? And I said it in my video last week. It looks like we're going back to the old Georgia ways. Get down in the red zone and you run. Instead of try to pass. I'd look for Georgia to keep dominating this game. I don't see Vanderbilt scoring a touchdown. More or less a field goal. Kirby Smart and Todd Monken need to... I don't know what they need to do. Maybe somebody can answer that question for me. What do they need to do? Quit coming out and playing vanilla. Come out and actually play like a #1 team. For God's sake, you're playing Vanderbilt. Our offensive line should be able to push Vandy's off defensive linemen around and open up gaps in the line for the running backs to run through. Now, the defensive line is getting pressure. They're getting pressure to the quarterback. And like I said, the cornerbacks have to cover better. They got to cover the receivers. Quit playing so far off of the receivers. Will the cornerbacks coach tell them that? Play tighter on the receivers. Play right up on the line. But once again, Alabama's struggling with Tennessee. And I've said it throughout many of my videos. I'm worried about Tennessee this year. Josh Heupel has done a great job with Tennessee in his second season. That is one team I'm worried about. They have the receivers. They have the quarterback. And the quarterback is outplaying Bryce Young. Will Alabama come back and beat the Voltards in Neyland Bryce Stadium? We'll find out. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell and that thumbs up. Every time you hit that thumbs up, it supports my channel. Like always, win, lose, or tie, I'm a Dog fan till the day I die. Go Dogs.